I made it for nothing, no turn into something from nothing, yeah. Made it through property, on a minority, you know my story. Hop on the jet on my property and fly away. Fly away.
All right, what is good, traders? It's your girl, Just Real Trades. And honestly, today, I just want to quickly get it in and show you on defining your zones a bit more better. So, because back then, even like as a scalper, now I'm a swing trader, my zones was not the best. And I'm like, bro, like your zones and your entries is so important. And so today, I feel like I cracked the code yesterday, last night. I was back testing. And so I'm able to actually define my zones and have better entries in the market. So cool. Right here, I already see I'm going to mark. Well, this is on the 4 hour. I start on the daily. But since we're already on the 4 hour, you already see what I just done. Let me back test this to right here. Okay, cool. So you see on the daily, where did price have the most influence? We're going to delete this because we're on the daily now. Where did price have the most influence? Like, where did price drop or where did it go up? Where I see right here, price did a big move. I'm going to cover this whole area you see. I'm just going to cover that whole thing. Obviously, this is not going to be my zone. That is way too big. But I'm going to start off drawing a big zone. I'm covering this whole camera because that's where this level price took off. All right, cool. Remember, this is the daily. Take this back. All right. And then we're going to go to this 4 hour chart. So this 4 hour chart is to help us redefine our zone. So right here, you see, this is from the daily. We're going to shrink this and put it all the way right there. So I'm going to take this zone and I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to make it smaller. As a swing trader, this is what I'm doing. Cool. Now, you see, this is the smallest I go as a swing trader. But if you're a day trader, scalper, go even smaller. Sometimes if I really want to define where I'm going, I go to that 1 hour. I go all the way to that 1 hour, stretch it out, boom, and I take it even smaller, like that. And then like I said, if you're a scalper, day trader, keep going lower and lower to get that. Now, don't be crazy and go down to that 1 minute. Don't do that. The lowest as a scalper, go down to that 5 minute. But as a swing trader, the lowest I'm going to go to define a zone is the 1 hour. And maybe 30 minute every blue moon. Maybe. So, cool. Let's see what it done to that. Boom. It hit that zone. So, my entry would have been, if I had two entries. Where's my arrow? If I had two entries, one would have been on the top. One would have been in the middle. Because sometimes candles, it'll just wick a little bit on the top and then go. Or sometimes it go down and then it goes. And so this one, I would have put it right here in the middle. I would have had a buy limit. I would have set my target to that next level, 212 pips. I would have made this smaller. Always make your stop loss right under your zone. That's why your entries is so important. And you see what just happened. It took off. Cool. All right. Now, that was forward testing. Now, let's, like, back test. Back test. Cool. All right. Let's go over here. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's hop on this daily. Where is market going? Market is shooting up. It already broke this level. I'm also not going to force a trade if I don't see one. Over here, it is going to drop soon. In my opinion, I don't know if it's going to drop soon because as y'all see, I've back tested. So I don't know what's ahead of me. So we're going to act like this is live. Cool. So we're going to see, where did price drop huge? This candle. you see a bunch of rejection. But you see these candles, it was where price dropped. This is where price dropped. So I want to pay attention to this. On top of that, they left a gap. And so, boom. Now I'm going to go down to that 4. I'm going to go down to that 4. Stretch this out. And then I'm going to redefine that zone. So on that 4, I'm going to redefine it right about here. To get even clearer, I'm going to go down to that 1 hour. The most annoying part, y'all, is when you got to stretch the chart and you got to like go all the way to the end. But hey, it pays you out. So, cool. Drag this across. All the way. Oh, is it going to let me go back that far? I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not going to let me go back that far. That's cool. We're just going to go based off of this 4 hour then. So back to that, based off of this 4 hour, I'm going to mark my zone right here. I'm hesitated because I'm like, this could also be a possibility. But mainly, it just looks like the level just dropped from here. On top of that, I will have a 30 pip stop loss. So, cool. And I want to enter in around like right there where the gap is. So, let's go back. Boom. So, yeah, it should have been a little bit up. And so, let's see what happens. Say it already hit. Say I would have been in because I set buy limits. So realistically, say I was like right here. We're going to put this over 40 pips. And we're going to take it to the next level. This is actually is a very choppy right now. I don't think I would even take this in real life, but we was already on this pair. So, yeah, we'll take it to that level, 145 pips. All right, let's see where it goes. Boom, we won. All right. So, cool. Now, like I said earlier, when you're really unsure about where is the zone exactly, mark up that whole candle. Now, don't mark up that whole candle on the daily because your entry is going to be a little fucked. But, like, mark up that whole candle on that 4 hour, you know. And so, you see, obviously, it went a little bit. It didn't go out of your zone. It went a little bit, dropped. Cool. Now, let's try to find something clear. What time is it? I do have work at 4 o'clock, y'all. I'm not full-time yet. I'm working towards full-time next year. But right now, if you see my video, check it out that I'm working at a national park to stack up for literally trading. And so that's what's helping in the meantime. I can show you. This is an active trade that I'm recently in right now. Hold on. This is a trade that I'm in right now. So this is a live trade. I'm not logged into my funded account right now, but this is live. So this is where I entered in. Normally my entry was that yellow zone, but I was 1 pip away from entering in the trade. That's why I said it's important to have at least right here at the end of it. I had mine in the middle and it didn't hit. And so I got in from the pullback. You see what's going on. And it's going to hit soon. Cool. Let me find the zone. Cool. So you see on the 1 hour on my live trade where my zone is. I seen price drop crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm going to mark that up because price is going to drop crazy in that zone, in that area, which it did. Now, how did I find that zone? I'm not going to touch it because, like I said, this is a live trade I'm in. This is a live markup, so I'm not going to, like, fumble with it because I'm going to take notes later. Cool. So I see on this daily when I was looking at this, I was like, okay, price drop right here on this level, on this lower. At first, it was like a lower high or low. My bad. Whatever the hell it is. At this point, I just go where the market's going. All right. And so I marked up this whole thing at one point. And I was like, okay, let me refine this on the 4 hour. I go to that 4 hour. It still look a little bit crazy. You like, bro, price drop right here. Like, how can I mark up this zone? I go to that 1 hour. If it's not looking clear, I go to that 1 hour. And here's that 1 hour. Ignore all that nonsense. Boom. It's way more clear. I obviously see, okay, let me just mark up this one candle. And this is where I'm going to enter. Right here. My sell limit was right here. That's why I didn't get in. And I had to get in on a pullback. But the whole point is redefining your zones, getting real and detailed where your zones are and how to mark it up. Because once you attack the zones and entries, bruh, it's game time. I've been holding this trade for, when did I get in this trade? I got in on that Thursday, I think. Yeah, and honestly, I think this trade is I hope it's done by like Monday, Tuesday. I'm working on passing this funding account. Let me show you a trade that I'm looking at up next once I win that one. Excuse me. This trade right here. So this is not a live trade yet, but it is what I'm looking at. Here is the daily. There's the daily. You see that long wick. Like I said, I'm not going to fumble it too much because it's a setup already marked up for live. Go on that 4 hour. Was it looking clear enough? Yeah, it was looking a bit clear. All I did was mark up this wick right here with a little bit of that body and dragged it across. Because what happened? This is when price dropped like crazy. So this top is important. What I've learned, what my biggest mistake was, especially when I was scalping, is I was losing trades because I wasn't trading at levels. This is a level. This is a level. This is a level. The cheat code to know what levels is, literally look at the bottom or the top. Look at the bottom or the top. Never look at the middle unless you're getting them on pullbacks. But the most profitability is looking at levels. I was trading back then in the middle and I kept losing. I was wondering why I'm losing. It's because I'm not trading from the very bottom or from the very top. Where did it originally start? Where did the trend start? It started up here or it started down here. Boom. I drawed it across. It went down like crazy. So I believe next week that it's going to approach this area again and it's going to drop and break. Honestly, I believe it's going to break this level. But I'm working on just passing this challenge right now. So I'm not holding my trades for too long. Is the market open? Wait, what day is it? The market is open. 3, 4, 5. The market's open, y'all. That is crazy. I forgot it's Sunday. Because I'm like, hold on. Why is this candle moving right now? Oh, the market is open. Sunday, the market don't open like crazy. But that's wild. I do have a live trade on this as well. You just don't see it because I'm not logged in. Y'all need to know all that. No, I'm just playing. But, yeah, this is just redefining your zones. Sorry, I'm so shocked that the market's open. I sometimes working at a national park, bruh, I get my days all in a blur. But boom, here's another example where market did that. Cool. I'm just gonna start marking them up. Where market just dropped like crazy. Where did it originally start? This one was a crazy drop right here. If whoever did that trade, boy, I hope, look at that. That dropped. But yeah, man, basically overall in the story, start on the daily and then work your way down. Even when I was a scalper, there's a video that I said how to scalp on the daily chart, on the daily time frame. That's like my first video on this channel. It basically is like work your way down. Now, if you're a swing trader, what I do, I go on the daily. Sometimes I go on the weekly. And I just like, boom, I start working my way down, all the way down to that 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes. If you're a scalper, start on that 1 hour, maybe even 4, and work your way down. I would say scalper, actually start on that 1 hour, 30 minute, 15, and go on that 5 to mark up your zones. So this can apply to any trader. Just work your way down to redefine your zones. You know what I'm saying? To like get pinpoint on your zones. Once you get pinpoint on your zones and your entries, money. You know what I'm saying? Like once you are able to actually know when to enter, your journey is changing, and you're gonna see this stuff like candy. You're gonna see it so easily. This markup, like you're just gonna see it, so many opportunities with your eyes on when to get in. I'm just like, boom, I would have got in right here. So many opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, right here. So honestly, what I'm doing, just practice. Literally just practice looking at the market. What I'm doing, go on your charts after this and just like, okay, where's opportunities I would have got in? And just mark it up. That will help you redefine your zones. Just look at opportunities in the past and when would you hop in? So cool. All right, market is live. I am gonna start logging into my funded account, making sure my my limits is set, seeing where my target's at. Currently, like I said, we are live on this EU trade, and we are doing good. Honestly, it looks beautiful to me. Yeah, so I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like always, thank you. I'm gonna get ready for work soon. About to clock in, but not for too long. You know what I'm saying? We all here to day trade and travel. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Please check out my videos. Take notes. I beg you, take notes. And please, advice I want to end this video off is don't look. I know I'm a YouTuber who trades, but even if it's not me you're watching, do not, I wish somebody would tell me in the beginning of my journey, do not watch, honestly, over like 2 to 3 traders on the internet. I always stuck with one trader on the internet and then one person I actually knew personally trading. I was lucky enough for that. But I always stuck to that 1 to 2 traders who I watched on the internet, and then I had that friend who trades. Just don't watch so many traders, so many strategies, because bruh, it's gonna leave your mind in a blur. It's gonna have you overthinking, did this strategy work, this strategy. Find something that fits you and run with it. You don't need to watch 10, 20 YouTubers, especially on strategies. Now, if it's on the psychology part, cool, understandable. But please, bro, just don't. I wish somebody told me that in the beginning of my journey. Just keep strategy. Oh, they're doing this. Find what fits with you and what feels more calling to you. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Redefining Your Zones, and stay blessed.